Like permission from the elders to speak. Thanks. Neshkadet. Y'all say Neshkadet.
Neshkadet.
That's the proper greeting. You say Hotep, you're saying goodbye. Or you're saying go with the proper greeting is Neshkaret. N-J-K-R-T. That's saying greetings. So we start using our language, make sure we know how to talk it. Ancestors looking at us kind of funny. Coming to each other and saying goodbye. We mean hello. That's what we're going to be speaking about. The title I chose is Khem Consciousness. The original name was not Africa. The name came from Scipio Africanus after he conquered with Hannibal. So when we start speaking to ourselves, we start activating, as good brother Bobby Hemmett said, we start saying our words. We have to make sure alchemically we're speaking the right tongue and the right words. For those of you who are not familiar with me, I just want to put a few things down. I actually write my lectures in my mind before I put them down. So if you see the top of my head during this time, while I'm bobbing back and forth, for those of you who understand, I like to put this down for the record as succinctly as possible. I'm a doctor of naturopathic medicine, as well as a doctor and student of the arcane sciences. I'm a keeper of the arcanum, more commonly known as metaphysics. In due humble respect to our Kemetic ancestors, I have tended to call it netaphysics, because that's exactly what it is, metaphysics. N-E-T-E-R or N-T-R physics. Neter is the word for the gods, or what we call the gods. So what we're speaking about essentially is metaphysics. After 26 years working on this subject, you tend to develop another type of awareness. Dr. King mentioned it briefly on Thursday when he said that contemplation and meditation on the black dot consciousness, what I call .con, gives you answers to things that could never be assessed in books, especially those written and researched by Caucasian scholars. It's another thing we have to be very aware of. When you awaken to your own metaphysical awareness, you learn to adjust your black lens to amplify your senses, to sharpen your focus, to perceive through what Don Juan called the second attention. If as a people, as a species entity, we don't learn to adjust our black lens in order to create our own intellectual dialogues on a subject that intimately concerns us firsthand, then we will continue to meet in forums such as this to simply discuss what white people have recently written about us. Always a second-class mentality, reviewing second-hand information to preoccupy us with our first attention. This is why I'm in the process of writing a book at looking at the intelligence called melanin from a second attention. When the second attention becomes clear, we occupy a space of awareness the Dogon calls the Sodayi. Familiar with the Dogon Sodayi? And the four principles of awareness? Or the realm of what is known as the clear word. There is the Giddy soul, the Bedi soul, the Bolo soul, and the Sodayi. This is the way you look at a specific subject. The Giddy soul is to look at the subject first front. The Bedi soul is to see the subject from the side. The Bolo soul is to see it from the back. And as you see it three-dimensionally, you see the clear word or the Sodayi. It's here that you will discover that the first or our present attention, wherein we all operate our senses to develop superficial concepts of reality, is an attention that was forcibly imposed upon us. An attention that was cultivated and nurtured since we were children. You learn that the first attention uses a slaver language to define and sustain our illusions of ourselves. That language tends or lends substance to your perception. Through metaphysics and the black lens, you adjust your attention to see into the realm of cause. Everything we are dealing with now today, superficially, is the realm of effects. And the realm of effects, unless you understand the realm of cause, you will misname the effects because you do not understand the cause. And so we try to adjust our black lens around effects through a language that was given to us, a language that was not our own, a language that defines a reality and a paradigm that does not belong to us. As this happens, you will now gain access to the Sodai, or the clear word, a word that needs no references, a word that needs no bibliography, a word that needs no verification from authority, which in itself is the byproduct of preoccupation with another man's attention. You see, this is something that we have to overstand, something that we must do. The Bible, the Quran, the Mahabharata, the coffin text, the Pratam Baru, or the Book of Coming Forth by Day, the Rig Vedas, the Popol Vuh, the I Ching, the Upanishads, all were authored by men and written and women who were claimed no other authority but what it is that the Most High said to them. Why do we continue to look to authority for what we already know is within us? This is the problem. We are dealing from a second-hand mentality, from a virus that I call, what we call it? Acquired, AWLS, acquired willingness syndrome. We are struck with a virus dealing with second-hand or second-classism. We constantly look to others for references to what our ancestors knew firsthand. What makes you think we don't have that knowledge right now? That is the problem. We are trained to look outside ourselves. And these were our ancestors, the one who wrote these books. Their blood's running in our veins. It is only because we live a second-hand existence programmed by 500 years of authority, we seek an authority to verify every thought that we think, that we have become stuck in the habit and practice of seeking authorities other than our own to verify our own melanin reality. We must understand that European academic scholarship, which is the driving engine behind European academic science, has fragmented the phenomenon of melanin into conceptual mechanics. They have narrowed their perceptions to its outer activity, down to what they define as its organizational capabilities, the first attention. But its archetypal purpose, its arcane intent, still evades their calcified focus because they seek answers in its effects, not in its immutable metaphysical causes, the realm of the second attention. We have the eldest child of the primordial black matter. That's who we are, the eldest child of the primordial black mother matter. So why must we continue to seek answers from the youngest of the species, one who is also deformed at that? Why should we depend so much on a calcified, spiritually myopic biochemical mutant to guide us in the exploration, analysis, articulation, and synthesis of something that can only be felt and accessed by the owners of the very thing being explored, analyzed, and synthesized? The very fact that the mother matrix called melanin, which by the way I would prefer to call it by what our ancestors would probably have called it, the Khem Konsciousness, it's still a scientific mystery. It is still clearly seen in an ongoing literature. The fact that they don't know what it is in all of the literature keeps constantly coming out. We the ones keep interpreting what they find. What do they have to say? They can only seem to define around melanin, attempting to capture its essence by encasing it in a skin of semantics. Page 7 of a scientific abstract entitled Melanins, Cosmids, and Fullerenes, dated January 9, 1999, stated that the chemistry of melanin is still obscure. The reasons for this being due to A, having considered the transformation of melanogens into melanin, a process under enzymatic control, having to work, B, with altered or unpurified materials, C, not having understood the very nature and electroactivity of black materials and of melanin. What are they saying? They're saying, we don't know what we're looking at, and every time we put it into a petri dish, we try to dig at it, scratch at it, pull at it, it falls apart, and the nature of the thing does not reveal what the thing is. We don't know what it is. Well, this is what this is about. This is what this good brother is about. This is what Dr. King is about. This is what we are here to do. Believe it. In Europe today, and damn near every other month, they're having meetings on melanin. Europeans meet in European national conferences on melanin. They study us. In fact, the study of the black pigment has quietly reached new heights, literally to the study of interstellar black melanin, the brother was speaking about. Those who have attended the conference last year,